What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it!
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
Well, I'm going to start by saying happy 4th of July, everybody. This is our shoot-around bonus show. Always drops on Friday morning. Rob's doing the Queen's wave for some reason on the 4th of July, waving like the Queen.
You know, on 4th of July, you get on the floats and you wave at everybody.
Oh, is that what that is? What the hell float are you on the 4th of July where you're waving to people? They put you on a float somewhere?
No.
Or are you just drunk at the pool?
I'm just drunk at the pool.
I'm drunk at the pool waving to everybody. Like, we know who you are, sir. You live here. You don't have to wave to people. What do you guys do for the 4th traditionally? What are you guys doing today? You barbecuing, you cook out, you do anything like fireworks and stuff?
Yeah, this year, so on the 4th, for the 4th and the 5th, I'll be attending some festivities.
Oh, very vague.
So for some friends. Well, little house parties,
Okay.
Somewhere out, and one of them is going to be out somewhere else where there's going to be a lot of areas to, pop fireworks and stuff. So, yeah.
Sounds like you're trying to avoid the police by being vague.
Oh, well, I'm just saying.
He got people looking for him. He got warrants.
No, I don't have no warrants. Not that I know of.
Not in Atlanta, at least. Rob, what are you doing for the 4th, man?
Man, I told my wife I don't want to do a damn thing. I don't want nobody over. I said, if someone invite us over, we'll think about it, but I just want to relax and do nothing, man.
Good for you.
Because we got a lot coming up, and we just had a lot before. Because, in August, I'm going to be traveling a lot. So I'm like, I don't want to do shit right now.
Yeah.
So I'm just chillaxing.
Yeah, we usually have like a little, I live on a cul-de-sac up here, and we usually have like a little party with all our neighbors and stuff out in the cul-de-sac, shoot off a bunch of fireworks, piss off our neighbor.
I don't want nobody shooting fireworks
and then,
out here.
And then at 11:30 at night, when everybody's drunk as shit, we're out there sweeping up the cul-de-sac like a bunch of hobos. Just like, I'll get it. I'll clean it up. Just because our neighbors come out and yell at us. But it's fun.
When I was in the NBA, the 4th of July used to be my favorite holiday, though. Because that was the one time that we could really just drink, sit around. I used to have everybody come to my house in Houston, my dad's side of the family, my mom. We would just fry fish on July 3rd and then barbecue on July 4th and just have a good time.
That's nice. Well, I mean, I imagine, too, for you, 4th of July, 7 times out of 14 or 15 times, that was you coming off a championship. Mm-hmm. Like you were like a week two removed, maybe, from winning a title, right? So it was like you just nurse that hangover straight to the 4th of July and just ride that sucker, and then call it a summer. My favorite tweet this week I wanted to share with you guys was from a guy named Hoops Mix on Twitter, who I follow, who's very funny. Put out a tweet: the best white players in NBA history, with the tag "No debate." The lineup of 5 included Larry Bird, Dirk Nowitzki, Nikola Jokic, John Stockton, and Jerry West. That was his lineup of the 5 best white guys to ever play in the NBA. Anybody else?
6th man is probably Jay Williams.
Okay.
No, Kevin McHale.
Oh, okay, my bad.
McHale.
My fault.
Good call.
But Jay Williams is on that bench somewhere.
No, he's not, because then you got to throw in fucking Steve Nash.
Okay.
He's a 2-time MVP.
Yeah,
you're right.
He
it
sure
should be a one-time, but he is.
Yeah.
He is. Okay.
Before you throw
Why
him
you
out,
hate
put
Steve
fucking
Nash,
6.
I don't hate Steve Nash.
No, Rob.
No, I put Steve Nash in there before Jay Will. Before Jay Will, you got to go with Sexy Rexy. Rex Chapman.
Oh,
that was
Rex
a badass
Chapman.
white boy. Shit.
He was.
Yeah. So it's a lot of cold white boys. I might even go with the motherfucker. What's the dude that dunked on Mark Jackson from Phoenix? What was his name? Big, tall guy. It's always one of the most famous dunks where he just took off and put his knees in Mark Jackson's face.
I don't remember.
Tom Chambers.
Chambers.
You got Deadlift Shrimp. There's a lot of bad white boys.
Yeah, no, Deadlift Shrimp. Hey, by the way, don't sleep on Deadlift Shrimp, man.
Mm-hmm.
So do you not have Jay Williams anywhere?
No, not in my top 20.
No one has mentioned Chris Mullin, by the way.
That's what I'm saying. You go down the list.
We haven't even had the Chris Mullin conversation.
Yeah.
All right, my bad. Maybe I graded him a little too high.
Don't get me wrong. He was good, but he ain't top 20 white guys in the league now.
Okay. All right. That's a good conversation, though. A question from
we're gonna have a white guy conversation. NBA white guy conversation.
We gotta have Ace Bailey's chiming in. He needs to know. Question from Jackson. Ron Harper, 5-time NBA champion.
I think Rob froze this time.
What happened?
No, Jenner's froze this time.
Oh, Jenner's froze. Oh,
I didn't freeze. I'm on the jacked up Wi-Fi here at the radio station, man.
Yeah, you kind of like you.
Yeah, you froze.
Blipped.
All right, well,
you blipped. Yeah,
I blame you guys. Ron Harper, 5-time NBA champion, respected NBA veteran, earned $36 million over his 15-year career. His son Dylan Harper is set to earn $56 million before playing a single minute in the league.
That's crazy.
The question from Jackson is, Rob, didn't you say your son had NBA aspirations? Is he going to break you off like this? Isn't this the new normal now in the NBA?
Hey, I put his ass through high school. I put his ass through college. That motherfucker better give me my money back.
He better come back around. But does he seriously have NBA aspirations? Is that what he wants to do?
Yeah, that's goal number one. But goal number two is he want to be a GM of a team. So I think with Christian, he puts on a little weight. I think he can make it to the league, because he's like a Drew Holiday. He can guard anybody. He just got to get stronger, quick feet, very smart player. So yeah, I wouldn't even want no fucking money from him. That's the whole thing. Son, enjoy your money. But if you want to buy me a car to say thank you because I bought you one, go right ahead. But other than that, I would never. I'm kind of like my dad in the sense that that's your money. Enjoy it. You deserve it. You work hard for it.
I think you really put that out there because you really want him to buy you a car. If you want to buy me a car because I bought you your car, if it wasn't for me, you wouldn't have your car. Well, go ahead, but I'm not requiring it.
I mean, if you want to buy me a Porsche Cayenne 2017 with the red leather seats and the nice interior, I'm not going to say no. Seems a little specific.
It's hey.
I want, if he's making $56 million, you better give me a Lamborghini truck, not no fucking Porsche.
Oh, okay, all right. Nothing wrong with no Porsche, but a Lamborghini truck is nice, man.
Hey,
nice. Yeah, give me a Urus.
All right,
matter of fact, give me a fucking Cullen. That's what I want.
Oh, you want a Cullen?
Yeah.
Oh, you want that Rolls Royce?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, bro.
What's the nicest car you've ever owned?
Probably. It depends on how you look at it. I've had like 3 Ferraris and I had 2 Bentleys, depending on which way you want to go.
Well, there it is.
Either of those are a winner in anybody else's house.
Yeah.
Which
in
one?
99% of people's houses.
Yeah. Which ones did you like the best? Did you like driving the Ferraris? Because I feel like big dudes, that's a struggle.
Here's the thing: is like I had I had the one Ferrari I got rid of because I bought it. And then Bad Boys 2 or 3 came out, and Will Smith had the same fucking car. And everybody's, "Oh, you're trying to be like Will Smith." I said, "Motherfucker, I had this car a year before the movie came out." So I got rid of that. And
you already look like him.
Oh, I know, especially in my younger years.
Yeah.
I had the one 4-door Ferrari that I really loved. I mean, that 4-door, like the 4-seater. It was like one of the first ones that was really good for big guys.
Okay.
I loved that car. It was fast. It was like, and it rolled. You know how sometimes those sports cars can ride rough?
Yeah.
And you can feel all the bumps. This was like first Tiptronic car. And shit, I just pulled my cord out. Sorry.
You got so excited about the Ferrari truck, you just started unplugging shit.
That's wild.
Sorry. So yeah.
No, you're good.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that was what I loved.
Yeah, because
don't get me wrong. My Escalade was far my favorite car. Like everything I've had. Escalade was.
And that's sort of the trade, though, is like, you can get something sporty that's hard as hell to get in and out of as a big dude, or you can get something that's comfortable.
Yeah.
And I imagine that the sportier the car, the more of a pain in the ass it is to get in and out of as a big man.
Yes.
I know one thing you are hoping for, Rob.
What's that?
When your son does get drafted, I know you hoping and praying it's by a team in the South. I know you are.
Honey, we got no choice. We got to move back to the South. We got to. I got to be there for him.
Come on, Hawks.
Let's go, Hawks.
Let's go, Hawks. Let's go, Orlando. Hey, H-Town, I'll take you too.
Yeah. He praying that it's a Southern team, boy.
Tell you what.
Charlotte, coming home.
Coming home. Salt Lake City? Oh, no.
Oh, you're on your own, boy. You're on your own. Time to go.
Have fun. Have a good
Rob,
time.
he gonna get drafted by a team in the South. Rob gonna be coming south living like a king,
Oh,
boy.
God, yeah. We're gonna be carrying that giant no state tax flag off the back of his car, just driving down the highway. All right. Question from Corey. I have a lot of respect for Stephen A. Smith. I followed him for years, but I have to admit that I agree with what a lot of people are saying the last couple weeks, that ESPN's coverage of the finals was just awful, and that man did nothing but yell the entire time. Do you guys think it gets any better when they hand the reins over to Inside the NBA? And how long is it before ESPN forces Stephen A. to the table with those guys?
I think, Stephen A. has a place, and I don't think NBA is one. I think if you're going to do that, bring RJ back, Richard Jefferson, and put Stephen A. back in New York, back in the studio. I just think you need to have basketball people doing basketball. And don't get me wrong, Stephen A. knows basketball, but he has to have all the sports. I want someone who's localized and only deals with basketball and let them do it. So okay. Like I one thing about when it comes up, one of the guys I really love listening to is Jay Billis. I love that guy. That guy knows his shit. So it's just one of the things that I agree with you. Everybody has their wheelhouse, and this is to me is not his.
Okay. Yeah, I mean he's great. I mean, look, he's trying to take the first take shtick, and he's trying to put it on like in-game coverage, and it just feels so out of place, I think, and it's jarring to people who are coming in and aren't familiar with how loud and hardcore debates they get into on first take, and in-game coverage is a tough spot for it. So I think that's why he caught a lot of shit.
Yeah, I just know like when Inside gets over to ESPN, just leave it be. Leave it be. But they're gonna find ways to just put everybody up there with those guys and try to create this. And if it's never been broken, so don't fix it.
Yeah.
I just don't do this to people. Don't do this to people.
Don't do it to the show that you spent all this money on.
Yeah,
you spent all this money to get these guys back to try and extend the life of what is arguably one of the best sports shows ever. Don't screw around with it.
But they're gonna do it. They're gonna do it.
Oh God,
they can't help themselves.
You're gonna see Chuck walk so fast from that desk. First time they tell Charles he got to do something, he's like, I ain't doing none of this shit, and he's gonna be gone, man. All right, Shador Sanders got popped for a 101-mile-an-hour speeding ticket a couple weeks ago. It was in my feed, but my question for you guys was, what's the worst ticket you've ever got? Rob, did you ever get popped for speeding, like excessively? I know you've gotten off the hook a couple times. But
I never.
You ever got like a real bad ticket for something?
No, I remember this one lady pulled me over for tint. I'm like, are you serious right now?
For tint?
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I got a ticket for tint, and this is the first time that I argued with a cop in Houston.
In Houston, okay.
Yeah, and I thought she was pulling me over because I didn't have a front license plate, but she said, no, I'm pulling you over for your tint. And I was like, are you fucking serious right now? She says, yes, your tint is too dark. I says, you look at all those. I said, look at all those cars just passing me. They tint darker than mine. I think she know because I was driving the Dodge Challenger, and she was. I think she was thinking I was like, and in Texas when you drive cars like that, they think you trafficking. So
yeah,
she pulled me over, gave me a ticket, and I was like, so that's the worst ticket. I hadn't gotten a ticket in years. I tell you about the time I was speeding and the guy pulled me over and I went to jail.
I don't think you told us that. You've told us plenty of the cop recognized me and let me go stories.
Yeah. So I'm coming. I was going home. I had to get home and change and head to the airport. So I'm speeding, and I saw the cop sitting in the spot. I noticed the spot where they sit. I passed him probably doing like 90. I just pulled over. And he all of a sudden he came and he says, that's odd. So I said, I know you got me because I was in a hurry. Then he said I had a warrant out for my arrest. I'm like, I got a warrant out for my arrest? He says, yeah. He says, since you was nice and pulled over, you have a nice truck. You got anybody you can call? So I called my friend Sammy, and he came and picked up my truck. And so he cuffed me, put me in the back, rolled me down to the station, which is really close to where I was already at. So I walk in, and first guy I see, I know from 24 Hour Fitness. What's up, Rob? Are you good? And he looking at me, I'm like, And another guy come like, damn, Rob, what you do? And then the dude said, he looks at me like, why do you know all these people? I said, I donate to the cause. And he was like, should I know who you are? I'm like, no, I don't think so. And I was really calm. We had a nice conversation.
Yeah.
I was in the back of the car and he took me to the station. And then he's like, well, you might be in luck. I think the judge is still here. And if we can catch the judge, you might be able to, get out on bail. And I said, okay. So the judge is still there. He comes in. He was like, Rob, what's up? He's like, what you doing in here? I was like, I guess I got a warrant. He said, I told your wife to tell you that you had a warrant to come see me and we take care of it. I said, my wife? You mean my ex-wife? He's like, Kiva's you're not married? I'm like, no. He says, no wonder she didn't tell your ass. So
yes, that's great.
I had to pay the ticket, and then the cop finally says, who are you? I says, my name is Robert Horry. He said, no, but who are you? I said, I used to play for the Houston Rockets. He said, oh shit, I didn't know that. He's like, you're such a nice guy. He said, I'm sorry I had to do that to you. I said, no, you're nice. You didn't tow my truck. You let my friend come get it. So it was weird. But guess what the ticket was from though?
The warrant?
From the tent. It was from the tent.
Oh,
ticket.
the warrant from the tent. Oh,
because I never paid the tent ticket.
Oh, the tent came back to get you years later. Yeah. I love that story. It came all the way back around to the tent.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. That's awesome.
But
and what year was this?
Though, this was shit. This had to be 2009 or 10.
Oh, so you were out of the league.
Yeah, I was out the league.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's why they didn't know you. You weren't playing.
Because it's like I got a divorce in 2000. It had to be 2010, 2011. Yeah.
Oh, man.
So,
Man.
Yeah.
All right. Question from Chad. I'm not a Dodgers fan, but I love watching Shohei Ohtani play. I'm not a Mavericks fan, but I love watching Kyrie Irving play. Is there a guy in any sport that you're not necessarily a fan of their team, but you love to watch them play? It's kind of a tough question.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, Aaron Judge.
That's a good one.
I love to watch him play, but I'm not a Yankees fan at all.
Yeah, I
love
can't stand the Yankees.
Yeah, so Aaron Judge, you turn and click over. Let me see where Aaron up. Then you click back.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, it's a few of them.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys in the NBA.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not a Spurs fan. I like watching Wemby play. I love watching Paolo Banchero ever since he was at Duke, and his progression. KD, I've never been a fan of the teams he's been on. Not that I have anything against him, but I've loved watching him play. Football, it's a plethora of them.
Sure.
One guy I loved watching play is Calvin Johnson. I'm a big Calvin Johnson guy. When he was at Georgia Tech.
I was going to say he's a Georgia Tech guy, yeah.
Yeah, but watching him play in the league as dominant as he was for the period of time, one of the greatest of all time. So absolutely.
I'm gonna pull the same card as you, then same team. I was never a Lions fan. Barry Sanders was.
Barry Sanders, yeah.
There was something about watching Barry Sanders run that was like, I don't know. I've never seen anybody do it like that before.
That's crazy.
And I don't think I've seen anybody since. And I'm not a Dodgers fan, but I really like Mookie Betts. I like Mookie a lot.
Yeah.
I just like the way he plays. I like the kind of person he is. He's a good dude. All right, last question. We'll wrap up shoot around this week. And by the way, if you ever have anything from shoot around, what's up?
Should I throw Jack Flaherty in there?
No,
That's your guy. Yeah, why not?
Jack. Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's he play for right now?
The Tigers?
Yeah, he in
Oh,
Detroit.
he's pitching for the
Detroit.
Oh, yeah. Okay, well then, you can say you're not a fan of the team. Yeah, that's fine. If you ever have anything you want to add to shoot around, by the way, we're at Big Shot Bob Pod, Twitter and Facebook and pretty much Instagram, all over the place. Last week, Tesla rolled out the robot taxi in Austin, Texas. Allows customers to travel in self-driving vehicles within selected areas. All the fees, and I don't know why he did this. I guess Elon smokes a lot of pot. All the fares are $4.20. $4.20. You can go wherever you want to go. Would you try the robot taxi for under $5?
No. I want
You don't even want to try it? I'd try it, man.
Here.
I would.
Yeah,
try
I don't even want to get in the Waymo that they got out here. They've had 2 of them shut down.
No, I want to try it. I want to see how it is. I want to see how it works. I don't think they're gonna kill you. I mean, I don't think.
Well, first of all, if it has one of those ones that will only stay in the downtown area, I might take that. But if it has to go outside the downtown area, I'm not doing that shit because you got the freeways and people in Texas how they drive. Oh, hell
Okay.
no.
Yeah, no, I think right now they're mostly like downtown areas. I don't think they're dealing with freeways and highways. I think they're all like back streets and stuff.
Well, Waymo here is now here in Atlanta, and we've had a couple of instances where they've just shut down.
Wait, what do you mean? Like, shit, they just stopped working?
They just stopped working, and they've had to have people go into the computer and kind of like manually take over to get people to where they are. So it's just like technology. Sometimes stuff doesn't always work 100%. And the worst place that can happen is a car. So, because if that stops on the interstate,
Yeah. You just get out, you turn it off, you turn it back on, you get back inside, and you just keep going.
okay.
Yeah, no, I don't know.
That's
if that
not. This is not a video
I
game.
would be willing to try it. I would want to try it just to see how it works. Just because.
Speaking of video games, hey, my wife talked me into going and watch F1 last night.
Oh, what'd you think of that?
I thought it was fucking good.
Okay, that's Brad Pitt and
Yeah.
who else is in that?
Damon Idris, I think his name.
Yeah, I think
Is that
that's
how
right.
you-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Pretty damn good. Yeah,
Looks
it's pretty
cool.
good.
All right. And that was that based on the video game? Is that the idea?
I have no clue.
Okay, because I did not see Gran Turismo.
I did not see that.
That was based on the Gran Turismo video game, and I didn't see. I didn't have a whole lot of. But racing movies don't really like. I'm not that into racing movies.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see.
Last racing movie I saw was Days of Thunder with Tom Cruise.
I thought it might be Talladega
100
Nights.
years ago. Oh, Talladega Nights. So that's true. Don't you put that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Yeah, that's true.
I'm gonna go see the new Jurassic Park.
Oh, I want to go see that.
I've
bad.
heard really rough things about it. I'm gonna go
Really?
see it. We just watched the first Jurassic World the other night. Just to watch it again.
I love Jurassic Park. I even watched the cartoons. So
No, I
love
thought.
that.
Look, I got nothing against movies. I've heard it's a little. I've heard a lot of hit and miss stuff on it, but it's a Jurassic Park movie. What do you expect? It's a big dinosaur. People run away. It's the same. It's the same movie every time they make it. I'm excited for Superman.
You know
Superman
what?
next week.
At first I wasn't, and then after watching the trailer in the theater,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh shit, I want to see this. I got hyped because I was like, nah, even like I was like, nah, it's not Superman. Nah, it's not Lex Luthor. I'm like, but I'm kind of excited to go see it now.
Dude, I like James Gunn a lot. I think he's done a really good job with all the stuff. He's done all the Guardians movies and everything. So
Yeah, he's-
good dude.
Yeah.
Okay.
I come to the conclusion that I have to watch movies in the movie theater because now, like, if it's a movie I want to see, I'm going to the theater because just seeing the previews, like, you watch the previews on the computer or on your
It's fine.
iPad, but when I saw it in the theater, I'm like, oh shit, I
Yeah, I
want to
gotta
see
see
this now.
this, yeah.
It's a big difference, man.